Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I am here jumping in just to give you a little bit of basic essential oil education. So, what exactly are essential oils? Many people know what they are now, but many of you may not. And so what exactly is an essential oil? Well, it is an aromatic compound. And these aromatic compounds, they come from plants, and they are steam distilled or cold pressed from the plant itself. And they're super powerful. Now, the essential oil in the plant has lots of properties and lots of capabilities for that plant. So the essential oil actually acts as a protectant for the plant itself. So it protects it from invaders, that the oil emits the scent and the smell, which can really help the plant, okay? Now, we have the ability to actually harness those properties when we're using them in our bodies and on our bodies, okay? So these essential oil extracts, they're supercharged and very, very powerful. And I want to give you the example of thinking of a peppermint leaf, okay? So we use peppermint leaves. You can grind them up and put them in drinks and make different things with peppermint, right? We're all really familiar with that. Now, if you took a peppermint leaf and you looked at it under a microscope, you would see these tiny little sacs on the peppermint leaf. That is the essential oil. Now, when you take a peppermint leaf and you rub it between your fingers, what happens? You smell it, right? That's the essential oil sacs are popping and bursting, and that is the smell that you're smelling. So those little sacs are extracted, and that's what creates the essential oil. Now, it takes a whole lot of plant material, right, to give us a whole 15 ml bottle of essential oil. Okay, so it takes actually about 45 lemon rinds to fill a bottle of lemon essential oil. So they're powerful, and we don't need a lot. So 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is the equivalent of drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So we're talking about, these are powerful, and they need to be used with that in mind, right? Because they are completely safe, but we need to make sure that we're not just dousing ourselves with the essential oil. So a few reasons that to love essential oils and to use them, and one of the top reasons is it's a natural alternative to chemical products, right? And one of the things that we want to be thinking about when we're trying to support our bodies is side effects. And we know that when you're using synthetic chemicals, we are going to come in contact and we are going to have side effects happen in our bodies. And so actually the person that educated me about essential oils was an ER doctor. And when he was educating me, he really talked to me about the side effects and how essential oils are just a tool. And there are many tools out there for us, right, for supporting our health. But essential oils is just one of them, and how exactly they work in our bodies for that kind of support. And essential oils help support the function of the body, right? So you're not using an essential oil and it's magically going to change your body. You're using an essential oil to support the already functioning of your body. God designed our bodies a certain way, and we need to and want to be using things that support that functioning, okay? So the way that he likes to talk to me, and I like to share this story because I think it's excellent, is when you're trying to weigh the odds between using something synthetic and using something natural. When you're using something chemical and synthetic, there's always the instance that it's not going to react well to your body, and it's going to leave something there, right? It'll go through your body and it leaves something. So he says when you're using something synthetic, like a synthetic medication, for instance, he said, think of it like a rocket ship. That rocket ship is launched into space, and in order to propel it to its destination, what has to happen? Things have to fall off. Things fall off of that rocket ship to propel it up into space. The same things happens when we use something synthetic or we take something synthetic. Those materials are left in the body, and when we're doing that over a long period of time, those things build up in the body, and then we get a side effect, right? Now, do we sometimes need to use those harsher chemicals and things like that? Sure we do. And there's benefit to that too when we need it. But oftentimes, if we give our bodies the chance, we can take care of it with something that's better for the body and more natural. So I like to think of essential oils as my first line of defense. I go to this first before I go to anything else. And if I need to go to something else, well, great. Then I have the option of doing that, right? I have the ability to do that. So essential oils, they're just a simple solution for supporting your health right in your home. It's at your fingertips, okay? But to achieve the results, you really want a really high quality product. And this is really important because there is essential oils pretty much everywhere now. You can go to the dollar store and get a frankincense bottle for $1.99. But are you really getting frankincense in that bottle? And that's something to think about too. When you're using this on your body and you're using this with your children or on your pets, you want to make sure that you're getting a high quality product, one that will work for you every single time and that's pure. And so you want to look for a company and a product that's devoted to testing. And you know what? There are a few out there. doTERRA is not the only good company. It's the company that I have researched and love. But there are other ones out there too. So make sure that you're looking for one that's high quality. So how do we use them? There's 3 ways. First way is aromatic. Aromatic is just breathing the essential oil in. You could breathe it in just from the bottle, just breathing in those vapors. Okay, you could put this in a diffuser, which is one of my favorite ways to use essential oils. I actually diffuse every single day. I have multiple diffusers in my house. And one of my favorite things to do is just pick the blend that we want for the day. And I think about what's going on in our day and pick the blend. And it's so fun and I love it. Another way is and I'm going to show you this, my favorite thing to do is peppermint oil and wild orange oil. And you just put 1 drop in the palm of your hand of each one. Just like that. Rub your hands together, cup your hands, and just breathe in. There we go. So great. I feel my airways opening. And I feel very refreshed. And what I like to take, I take the residual that's on my hands and I just kind of rub the back of my neck, just like that, front of my neck and all over my chest. Now, peppermint and wild orange is very, very uplifting. Peppermint's very opening for the airways. If you're having any just, occasional congestion and things that happen, then peppermint will be your go-to. If I need an energy lift, this is what I go to. I do my peppermint and my wild orange, and I just smell it. Put this in the diffuser. Excellent blend. Now, I've used the oils 2 ways there. I've used it aromatically, and then I put it on my body, and that's using it topically. Okay, so that was 2 ways that I just showed you to use the oils. Now, also aromatically, we want to do that for a few different reasons. I diffuse in my house for emotional benefit as well. Because these are aromatic compounds, when we breathe them in through your nose, which is your olfactory, they go up to your brain and they can shift in the limbic system. Okay, so they help with your emotions, which is phenomenal. And that's total science right there. So when I say it's an energy boost and it's uplifting, I'm actually uplifting my mood when I'm breathing in the essential oils. So think about that. You're going through some anxiety, feelings of anxiousness, or your kids are just bouncing off the walls or being crazy or fussy or whatever it is, you have the ability to help their emotions by diffusing the essential oils. It can also help calm you down so that you can rest and sleep. Great things to do. Second reason that I really love to diffuse is to purify the air. So because these oils have so many compounds to them, actually diffusing them in the air can help to purify the air of pathogens. So that's another reason why, especially right now, with the season that we're going into, thinking about diffusing daily is a really, really important thing to do for your health as well. Breathing in those particles that come out on the mist in your diffuser can actually help benefit your immune system. So we talked about a little bit about topical. I want to talk a little bit more about it. So when we're using the oils topically, we're just using them on the body wherever we're going to need them. Let's say I have some head and neck tension. Then, I would love to choose to use probably peppermint or frankincense, maybe even lavender, and massage that into wherever I'm feeling that tension. Maybe my temples, the back of my neck, my shoulders. If I'm needing some digestive support, I'm going to take some of the essential oils and I'm going to rub them around my belly button, right? If I'm having some, knee pain, I worked out too hard, I'm going to massage some essential oils into that area to really support that area. Okay, so that's how we're using it topically, right where the concern is. Now, when we're using it topically, we want to make sure that you dilute the oil if you have very, very sensitive skin. Now, if you're using a really, really pure product, you can dilute or not depending on the kind of skin that you have. If you have really sensitive skin, I recommend always diluting. And we're not using a lot. We're using 1, maybe 2 drops topically, okay? So that's really important because these essential oils are very powerful. We don't need a lot, right? We just need a little bit. So keep that in mind as you're starting to use your oils. So we're using them topically to soothe tired, overworked muscles, ease joint discomfort, calm skin irritation, and support the immune system. One of my favorite ways to use it topically is on the bottoms of the feet. Actually, my kiddos get their immune boosting oils on the bottoms of their feet in the morning and at night. I also like to apply it on the spine because the spine has all those great little pathways that go to the different areas of your body. And so it's a really great place to apply the essential oils topically. Now in kiddos, I 100% dilute all the time. I very rarely, if ever, put an essential oil on a child that's not diluted. And when I'm talking about dilution, I'm using either fractionated coconut oil. You can use almond oil. I've used that before, but probably not the regular coconut oil that is like for cooking that firms up when it's cold. The fractionated has all the fat spun out, so it's always in a liquid state, and it's a great way to apply the oils. That coconut oil goes right into the skin and you're not left super greasy. Another key component to using a carrier oil is that the essential oils, they are volatile and they will evaporate. So actually, if you leave your bottle uncapped, do you know what will happen? The whole bottle will eventually evaporate. It's happened to me. I'm not going to let it happen to you. It was a very sad day when I found my husband did it actually. So anyways, when you use a carrier oil, it binds with the carrier oil and then you apply it on your skin and less of it will evaporate. So more of it will be able to get into your body and give your body benefit. So, there's lots of benefits to making sure that you're using that carrier oil. So the third way that you can use essential oil is actually internally. Now, I will say there are some people that don't feel comfortable with internal use, and that is totally fine. The reason why that we would use internal is actually there's different philosophies around using essential oil, and the use of oils internally is actually comes from the French use, and they recommend using internal use. There's other modalities that don't recommend that. But I follow the French method of using essential oils. And if you have a very, very pure product that has no other kinds of chemicals and adulterations, then it is absolutely just fine to take them internally. Now, again, we're not taking a whole lot. We're taking 1 drop, right? You can put a drop of citrus oil in your water. It has great benefit to helping to detox the body, support the digestive system, and boost the immune system. It has great benefit. I just drank a smoothie and put grapefruit oil in my smoothie. It was excellent. My children actually love to drink my water because I put lemon or lime oil in my water, and they love to do that. And I know that they're getting great benefit and detoxing their body as well. It also helps with the movement actually of mucus in the body. And that is a really important thing, especially if you deal with just some seasonal issues. It's great also for kiddos to help keep that mucus going. It helps to prevent a lot of complications that could come from stagnant mucus, in their ears and their nose and their throat and things like that. So anyways, there's lots of ways that you can use the oils. You can use them to get a good night's sleep with lavender oil. It's so calming, putting it in your bath at night. Freshening your home, like I said, by diffusing with some of the citrus oils and a peppermint. You can boost your mood with orange and peppermint like I did and feel really uplifted and supported. Open your airways with eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, or a blend called Breathe, which you'll see me use in the next few weeks. Great ways to just support your body. Soothing aches is a great way to use them, just applying them on topically. Easing digestive upset. We're going to have Halloween soon, right? So we know that we're going to be eating some treats and maybe some things that might upset our digestive system. And foot massage, relaxing bath, and then adding flavor. Like I said, I use the essential, actually, I made pumpkin spice waffles for my kiddos this morning, and I used wild orange in them. I would just put a few drops, and they're just so much fun to cook with. So anyways, I hope that you learned something today about just the basics around how to use essential oils, why to use them, and which ones to use. All right, have an awesome day, guys.